Hello guys, welcome to Solving Solutions on the Brown channel where I get solutions to all your solving problems. It's nice having you in class again today. How have you been? On today's tutorial, we are going to look at crime mapping and then we are going to take it in series, right? Good. So the very first one we are going to consider is the hotspot mapping to know areas where there are concentration of some certain crimes. Now we have a composite database that you can see contains about over 500,000 points, and then from that database we have extracted crimes that are under the broad category of white collar crime. Good. So this is our attribute table. Let's dock it. You see we have about 515,000 points. So from this database we have extracted crimes that are within the category of white collar crime, right? Good. So come to select features using an expression, and then we click on this, and then we load all the unique values. You now see the different categories of crimes that are stored in that database. So we're interested in white collar crime, and then we wrote the expression and exported this particular data set that contains only crimes that are related to the white collar job, right? Good. Now what we are going to do is that, okay, let's take this out. We are going to use the kernel density to create the hotspot to now look at some areas where we have concentration of some certain crimes, and then also look at on the base map the activities that are happening around there to see if we can draw some inference. So we come to processing toolbox, and then we search for the heat map, which is the kernel density estimation, and then when we open that up, a brief description, it creates a density, that's heat map raster, of an input point vector layer using the kernel density estimation. The density is calculated based on the number of points in a location with large number of clustered points, resulting in larger values, right? Good. So we are interested in the white collar crime. Let's leave the radius at 100 meters. And one thing to note is that your data set needs to be in a projected CRS so that you can be able to use the units, right? Good. And then for the output raster, depending on the processor of your computer, you can decide to choose something higher or lower, but let it be relatively okay, right? Good. Then having fixed that, we are going to leave it as a scratch layer, and then we run. Good. So we can decide to take this out, and then let's also take this out. We now have our heat map. Because it's in black and white, let's come to properties. Under symbology, we click on single band pseudo color, and then we have different modes here. Let's use equal interval. Each of these modes help you to give different visualization and draw different meaning from the same data. So you need to select one that will help you interpret your data better. So let's apply that and see how it comes up. Okay, let's take it back to 5 classes and see. Okay, so let's leave it at 5 classes, and then let's click on OK. Now from the heat map, you can see the value ranging from 0 to 29, right? Now when you try to zoom in, you are going to see that there are some areas where you are having this reddish coloration, which is showing concentration of a particular crime or some crimes, right? Good. Now let's still check. We also have another hotspot here, right? Good. Based on the cologram that we are using for the demonstration, right? Good. We are going to turn on the label for that particular field that shows the different types or different categories. Okay, let's use the types because we know that they are of the same category, which is the white collar crime. So we want to know the type of white collar crimes that are occurring in those hotspot areas. So if we try to put on point data, and then we open up the attribute table, we are going to see that for the category they are all the same. However, for the offense type they differ. We have criminal impersonation, forgery check, fraud by use of computer, drug forgery to obtain. So these are different types of white collar crime that are occurring in this particular locality. So if we come back to the labels, we use single labels, and then the value to select will be the offense type, and then we click on OK. Let's now go to some of those areas that we have high concentration. Now in this particular region we have a very high concentration of crime, and we have forgery check, right? Good. So if we open up a base map to see the kind of activity that is going on within that area, so you can see this is a bank, right? So it's possible that such activity, such white collar crime is likely to occur within this particular area because of the type of activity that is going on, right? Good. If we still go back to, okay, let's take out the base map. If we still identify another hotspot, let's say this hotspot, this is actually very high. Then if we take it to our base map, remember you can reduce the opacity of the transparency of your heat map so that you can see through. So let's make it about 20. Good. So 20 is too much. Let's make it 50. Okay, so this is better. Now you can see that what is the activity? Forgery check, right? Now based on this forgery check, what do they do here? This is a casino, right? Good. So there are different activities that go on there. We have the new money exchange and the rest of that. So basically what we are trying to show to you on today's tutorial is that if you have a crime data and you want to understand the hotspot to know where there are high concentration of some crimes, you can also try to validate, link it to the activities surrounding that area to give you a better insight why there are those crimes in high concentration. So we have shown you on today's tutorial how to create the heat map from the kernel density, and then trying to draw insight, understanding why there are concentration in some places. This video is for educational purpose, as we do not have the intention to harm or mislead the public. So we are going to see you on the next tutorial. Ensure you keep staying safe and have a fantastic time. Bye.